Hi guys, welcome back to Get It On Sports Cards. Today we got some topics we're going to be talking about. I got Dilly joining me on the podcast today. Chris is screwing around in the safe over there, pressing buttons and stuff. What is this?
Only pickup.
For our weekly pickups, we've been really busy prepping for the show this weekend. I hope you guys come and see us. We got a 1969 Topps Mickey Mantle, a SGC 1.5. Pretty nasty. The card's absolutely disgusting. So
It's a weird looking PSA.
yeah, I know. Definitely a weird looking PSA. This Mickey Mantle is
PSA.
pretty nasty. We're pumped to have it, so good pickup for Chris there. Podcast day. Welcome. We just started our little podcast. We're going to be doing about 30 to 45-minute increments, talking about a bunch of different subjects and what we think is wrong with the sports world, what we think is right with the sports world, and where we think sports are going. So we got a few topics today. I think today we're going to be talking about, first of all, Dilly, I want to talk about Freddie Freeman and his contract, and I'll give you a little background on it and see how you feel about it. Chris, you as well. Freddie Freeman rejected a 5-year, $135 million contract from the Atlanta Braves. Why do you think he did that, fellas? Why? Dilly, what do you think about Freddie Freeman rejecting that contract? Why do you think he's looking for something a little different?
Man, I don't know why he rejected it. I think he deserves more money, but he said from the get-go that he wanted to stay with the Braves and play there for much longer, so I'm surprised that, the money was a little off, but the years were pretty close. So
I think he's seeking more like a 6-year, $200 million. If you think about it, he's a 2020 MVP, NL MVP. This year he could have deserved the MVP for, the entire, every playoff game. I think Jorge Soler came up in a clutch moment and hit a grand slam, and that really, it carries a long ways, and making a big play like that it's what's going to sell the MVP. And I think that's why Jorge Soler got it, as he deserved it. He comes from the Royals, which is, the team that we support here in Kansas City, and he comes from the Royals, and he's playing terrible, and he gets to the Braves and just gets in a different organization. He starts making a difference. And I think with those reps and what he's doing and what he's trying to do, I think Jorge Soler deserves the MVP. But Chris, why do you think Freddie Freeman rejected the 5-year, $135 million deal?
I think he's just trying to get what he deserves, honestly. I think he can get, if he holds out to the end, I think this is what he needs to do. He needs to hold out to the end and try to get as much as he can out of the Braves and still stay with the Braves. That's my opinion. So I don't think that they're offering him enough for the caliber of player he is.
Okay, but let's think about it. I know we're going to talk about this later in the video as well, but baseball's on strike right now. Baseball, there's nothing going on. They're in the offseason anyway, but there's no team workouts. There's nobody reporting. There's no staff stuff going on. MLB commissioner and the MLB in general is in a panic right now because, this is the first strike we've had, and I think the last strike was in '94. So
I remember that.
So first strike we've had in just 18 years. Pretty close. 17 years. That's insane.
It'll work itself out before the season starts.
With Freddie Freeman being on strike, I think he's in a prime position to do what Chris says, and I think he can get exactly what he wants. But if it's me and my opinion on Freddie Freeman, he has got to stay with the Braves. He's got to. He's making his own decision, and I know it's a money game, but the dude was brought up with the Braves. He played with Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones taught him how to hit, taught him how to play. And you get in an organization for so long, and you teach all these guys that come in the clubhouse like Acuna and Albies and Dansby Swanson and Austin Riley, all your outfielders. But they have the best defensive infield in the entire MLB. 4 Gold Gloves. They're the only infield in the MLB, I think in the history of the game, to all earn starting roles in the All-Star game. Everybody. It's insane. All of them got Gold Gloves. Freeman got a Platinum Glove. I think you got to keep the core 4 together, and I think if you break it up, it's ignorant on the Braves' part.
I think that's why he's holding out. If he holds out, everybody wants to keep him in Atlanta. If he holds out, he declined their first offer.
Within the day. It was within the day.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So that's good on Freddie to do that, because if he holds out to the last minute, the Braves are going to slide in there with an insane offer, and he's going to stay where he wants to stay anyway and just get more money than what they offered him the first time. Why would you not do that?
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Braves were looking at Matt Olson.
The Dodgers and the Yankees are both eyeing Freddie Freeman.
Well, but they're also trying to work out a trade for Matt Olson, who's the Oakland Athletics star first baseman. So just in case, but I don't think Freddie Freeman's supposed to go to the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers have too many key threats, and it's worthless for him to be there because what they're going to do this year, Seager moved out, so they're going to move Trey to shortstop. They're going to put Muncie at second base, and they're going to play Tyler Beede at first.
Yeah, but what they want is Freddie Freeman's bat. That's what they want.
Just another power hitter.
Absolutely.
The Dodgers offense is insane. Dodgers defense is insane. The Dodgers look scary, and I mean the Braves just outgrinded them in the NLCS. So, but anyway, I think if Freddie Freeman's going to go anywhere, it'll be to the Dodgers. I don't think he's going to fit in with the Yankees at all. I think the Yankees have too many first basemen. Now they have Rizzo too, so there's no point unless Rizzo's going to catch, but he's lefty, so kind of weird. Right. But I think Freeman's going to go to the Dodgers if anywhere. If not, I think the sneaky pick for me is he's going to go to the Red Sox. So I think he'd fit in well with the Red Sox. I do. Him and Devers, I think, would be a good corners. Anyway, we'll get off Freddie Freeman because I know we're all pretty upset if he would go anywhere besides Atlanta. But yeah. Let's talk about some basketball. This is a more Dilly subject. I know Chris and I are more on the baseball side, but Steph Curry, Dilly. Is he going to be an MVP? Why is he going to be an MVP? I'll give you a stat line. You tell me what you think. Steph Curry, 27.5 points per game. Right now. We're not even halfway through the season yet. Yeah, he's playing it out of his mind. Yep. 45% from the field. That's 3-point and anything above it. So all shots, he's 45% from the field. It's pretty insane. Averages 5.5 rebounds per game, 6.3 assists per game, and he's averaging 35 minutes per game. So, I mean, he's getting well over 3/4 of the game time played. I think his assists are down this year a lot. I think he's really shooting because he's the hot hand. I think I've seen him make some crazy shots, crazy plays. But Dilly, why do you think Steph Curry is or is not going to be the MVP this year? And is it too early to tell?
I don't know. I think it might be a little too early. I think the only guy really right now that would, pop his name out there is Kevin Durant. I mean, taking the Brooklyn Nets without Kyrie to the number 1 seed on their side. So, I don't know. Steph Curry's playing out of his mind. I wouldn't be surprised if he did end up with the MVP. What is he, like five threes from the record all time?
Yeah, he's about 5 threes or between 5 and 10 threes away from Ray Allen's record of slightly under 3,000. And he's got 6 years left, 7 years left, 8 years left.
Yeah, he'll
10 under 10 years.
A lot.
The record will be so hard to break by then. It'd be insane. But Steph Curry's such a high caliber player coming from not really that big of a school in Davidson. I mean, I got to watch him play in the championship, or not championship. Sorry, in the what do they call it? March Madness, I guess they call it.
Yep.
And back then he was a shooter, nothing special. He could dribble and he could shoot. But he gets in the NBA and gets in a good program with Golden State, and he gets Klay Thompson around him, and the dude that team has so many threats.
Yeah.
Moving on to Golden State, though, is are they the favorite to win the NBA championship this year?
As of right now, yes.
Who's in contention to beat them? Because I think the Bucks are playing bad. I don't think
Brooklyn's playing really well.
I don't think the Suns are playing.
The Suns are playing pretty good. What do they do? Split. They just played twice within 3 days, and they split that series.
Yeah, I think they lost to Golden State.
Didn't even play either game.
Yeah, Devin Booker is going to be a freak for sure.
So the Suns are playing some really good basketball right now. Their whole team is playing really well. But yeah, I mean, you have to look at it with Golden State and how well they're playing. They don't even have Klay Thompson yet, and he's coming back. And
well, we hope. Frick. He's been hurt for forever. Well, Chris, you know something about Steph Curry. What do you know about Steph Curry? Why do you think he's going to be an MVP this year, or what? I know you don't watch any basketball at all, but
I just see some highlights here and there, but I love watching people drain 3-pointers. I love it. That's my favorite thing about basketball, and he does it really well. And that's why I would collect his cards.
Yeah.
I don't care how he sells.
Oh yeah.
I don't care.
Oh yeah.
He's okay at that, I guess.
He's insane. Like just watching him, it's just
about to be the best ever. Actually,
he's just effortless, absolutely effortless. So
posterizing dunks, not really a forte, but shooting 3 balls.
Hey,
anybody can run up and jump and throw a ball in the hoop. He can do
besides
it
us 3,
20 feet away and make it look like it's nothing.
26
all day long.
26 feet.
Who cares?
The logo, man.
Yeah.
Whoa. No, at Jerry West. Yeah, Jerry West just. Anyway, so Steph Curry MVP. I vote yes, Chris. Chris says mm-hmm.
Sure.
So Dilly, what do you think?
I still think it's a little early.
Dilly thinks it's early.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Everybody comment, say Dilly's wrong. Anyway, okay, we're going to move on to if athletes get paid too much. I'm going to give you guys some stat lines on that. In 2018, the average MLB player, this is just MLB, and we're talking 3 years ago, average MLB player's salary was $4.1 million per year. Average, okay? Average firefighter makes $45,000 a year in 2018. Okay? Now listen, I know we're comparing entertainment to public services, but someone that's going to save your life or someone's going to make
which one can you do without?
Yeah, which one can you do without?
We shouldn't have to compare the two.
Yeah,
listen,
for sure. There's no
that's the
comparison.
problem.
I'm going to tell you something from my perspective. When I was growing up, you know, I think maybe all of us, some maybe different than others, but when I was growing up in a small town, watching baseball was awesome. I mean, you don't ever think about the money when you're a kid, but you get to be an adult and you get out in the real world, and these guys make a lot of money to play 162 games of baseball. Plus they get breaks, and that's not counting all the flights, the free hotel, the free food, the free everything. They're getting paid to play ball and travel the country for $4.1 million a year on average. It's probably up to 6 or 7 now.
That's not even counting signings. That's not counting.
Endorsements.
Yeah, no endorsements, no sponsorships, no nothing.
Random
Just
commercials,
base pay from your MLB team. Each player on average making $4.1 million. Now, they also had to go through the grinding session on the minor leagues, and it's such a small percentage of the percentage to get to the MLB. But moving to a little bit of lesser politics here, the U.S. is in a lot of debt. And these multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar corporations in, you know, the Atlanta Braves or the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Yankees, Red Sox, all those big salary-capped teams are just forking out millions, 160 million, 260 million. I mean, the Royals are like 112 million. Like, to players, 40 people forking out that much money.
Yeah, you just had what, two or three guys signed 10-year contracts for upwards of $200 million.
Mike Trout, lifetime contract for $500 million, $650 million, sorry.
Crazy.
Stuck with the Angels forever for $600 million.
I'll be stuck with the Angels forever. You give me $600 million.
Yeah, I'll get hurt. I'll get hurt every year.
I'll tattoo it on my chest.
The Angels.
Yeah, absolutely. Why
Anyway,
wouldn't you?
so what's the consensus on do athletes get paid too much, Chris?
You don't even have to ask me that
Yeah,
question.
that's not even a question.
Not even a question, Chris says.
Moving right along.
Dilly, what do you say?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Same thing. It shouldn't be a question. I mean,
Okay,
you have
so
teachers,
here's
firefighters,
a question. What can we do to fix it, or will it ever get fixed? Is the
There's
question.
nothing we can do to fix it. It'll never change.
I'm just saying the
It'll never
country
get
in
fixed
general.
because
It'll probably get worse.
People just expect first responders to be there. They're taken for granted, and they're not appreciated enough, and they never will be. Never will be.
It's a tough job. It's
They
definitely
never will be. So
definitely a tough job. I mean, got the experience of a couple of us.
Chris said it firsthand.
but it's just I don't know. Anyways, what's the next question?
It's brutal. Chris don't want to get into all that. Anyway, like we said earlier about Freddie Freeman's contract, baseball's on strike. It's weird to see. Chris saw the last one. Dilly and I, unfortunately, were not born to see the last strike. But I'll give you some.
Yeah, I remember that was weird.
Give you some impact on that. So it's on strike. Last crazy strike was in 1994, where 232 days were spent on strike, which caused 938 games to be missed over 7 months. 938 games. Now think about it. Each team plays 162 plus playoffs. So they're missing over half a season. That's insane.
Yep.
Absolutely insane. Insane.
Insane.
Anyway. What do you guys think about baseball being on strike? Do you think there's a purpose behind it? Or
There's definitely a purpose.
What's the purpose?
I don't know.
And Chris don't know the purpose. See, that's where I'm at
I
too.
read something about it, but I didn't really.
I was trying to research it before we got on here, and honestly, I don't know. I think players are just fed up. I mean, the COVID testing every day has got to be annoying. Every day. You walk in the clubhouse, you got to spin the bottle, you got to sit in a room by yourself for 40 minutes while it spins and tests. I think it's a load of crap. That's just me, but I think that the COVID testing's got to be annoying. You got to hate it. And then if you don't get vaccinated or you don't do this or you don't do that, the MLB is just going to shun you. You can't play.
This is what I don't understand. So, not in baseball, but so Nick Chubb a couple weeks ago, he had to get vaccinated to play whatever. So he got vaccinated. He still got COVID, right? Still had to quarantine. He had to do everything. You had to do everything that he would have to do if he wasn't vaccinated. But he was vaccinated.
He
still got it. He still had to sit out. So that's why it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
why they're forcing it to players to play, and then even if you're vaccinated, you still get COVID. You still can pass it to people. You still have to set out. So what's the purpose of getting the vaccine if you still have the same protocols no matter what happens, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated? I don't know.
Man. I think, I hope baseball on strike doesn't last more than, as you guys know, pitchers and catchers report like February 20th. So, we got a couple months till then, and I really hope that we can get what's up.
The Braves sold all their minor league teams.
Right. We'll talk about that after this. I think that that it's going to be on strike for a while. I hope it probably lasts, 60 days. I think if it lasts 60 days and like Chris said, Freddie Freeman can, ride it through and maybe get to the very end, and hopefully the Braves sign him back on for a hell of a lot of money. That'd be pretty all right. But with that being said, I want to move on to the salary cap. MLB salary cap, Chris. There is no more MLB salary cap as of this next year. So if New York Yankees have $45 trillion, they can spend it on whoever they want. There's no cap. There's no infield switches or no infield shifts. There's
I like that.
No infield shifts. How do you like this? No pitchers can hit in MLB again. Every team gets it. It gets a DH.
Yeah.
Every team.
Pitchers can't hit?
Pitchers cannot hit.
But the Angels are kind of mad.
No, because
he can DH as well.
Yeah,
he can DH for himself. It's a weird rule. Anyway, so no salary cap. So what if some guys walks up to the New York Yankees and says, here's 45 billion extra dollars. They just buy out the best 40 players in the league. I mean, think about it, man. Like
buying teams here soon. Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean for MLB? What does that mean for all sports? Because they're all going to be like that one day. So what's that mean for all sports? You're just going to have one super team or three super teams and everybody's going to suck? It's going to kill the sport.
Yeah. It's I know Dilly might not know this, but back in the day, I don't know if it was the commissioner of baseball or whatever, he said as soon as baseball goes all money, it'll ruin the sport.
Yeah, it's good.
We're on the verge.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say it'll ruin it on some levels. Like, you can't. Baseball will always be fun to play. It'll always be fun to watch. It'll always be enjoyable. But as far as, like you said, you're just going to go out and buy. I mean,
Yeah.
You're going to have the Dodgers and the Yankees going and buying everybody, and everybody else is going to get scraps.
Yeah.
So what is it going to take 5 years from now when 10 years in a row is the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series every year? Like, you know what I mean? You have to stop it at some point. And right now, some teams can't even make a salary cap. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't have the money.
Sad. You got to cut star players or trade them.
Dude, a long time ago, as soon as you signed that player, he was stuck with that team for life. Imagine if that was like that now.
No trades.
Think about it.
Make the MLB really interesting.
Dude, Acuna,
whoever you draft, if they shit out on you or whatever.
You know Acuna went to the Braves? Do you know why he went to the Braves? They offered him $1,000 more than another team. $1,000, Ronald Acuna. Think about that for a minute. That's retarded on his contract. That's insane. $1,000.
Now he's a $40 million player.
Oh my God! Yeah, what's $1,000? That's not It's like a penny to us.
Yeah.
What it is to him. I mean, it's insane. But it's all a business, man. That's all it is.
Speaking of Atlanta Braves, they sold their minor league teams. All of them. The Atlanta Braves have no business control of the minor league teams. The coaches will still coach, but they have no business control of the minor league teams.
Yeah, they won't have any say so.
Every baseball team starting to do it. Every baseball team. I don't know.
Money.
Some money. They need more salary cap, bro. Because everybody's about to splurge because there's no salary cap. Like 2 weeks before the trade deadline, mark my words. 2 weeks before the trade deadline, If anybody's still on the block, buy their cards. Buy their cards. Because there are big deals going to happen, and I pray that player just starts playing out of their mind. Because when money gets involved, there's expectation. With expectation becomes ability. So I think
sometimes, unless you're Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. You know what?
Stuck on the Jaguars.
We're gonna throw a little bonus section here. I don't know if you guys have been seeing. Trevor Bauer is grinding, man. He's going in as a free agent this year. Some team might pick him up. He's grinding. He's got no charges. Dodgers.
Did you go through court and it was all good?
I think his case is still working, but as of right now, he's got no charges. He's an available free agent. He's posting on YouTube on his Momentum channel every day, and they're just grinding, man. He did a running start throw. He got to a 109.6. So that equates to
Read that.
That equates to like 101 off the bump. All right, Chris handed me his phone for a second. Pending agreement on closing conditions, Diamond Baseball Holdings, DBH, a subsidiary of Endeavor, has purchase agreements in place with 9 teams, including Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals, New York Yankees, San Francisco Giants, and the Braves.
Minor league teams.
All minor league teams. The company says they are negotiating for more teams. So this company, the DBH, is going to supposedly try to buy out every minor league team.
Minor league.
Yep.
It's a gold mine. It's a gold mine.
That's insane.
But anyway, back to Trevor Bauer, right? If he's clean and the case falls through, I think somebody would be stupid not to pick him up. And I'm a Trevor Bauer fan, and I know I was actually going to start PCing Trevor Bauer when I first started getting collecting, and then like 2 weeks when I started buying his stuff, he got in a little incident. So
A little incident.
yeah, she was little, I guess. Anyway.
Clint Frazier's back.
Oh yeah, Clint Frazier is back.
Georgia boy.
Clint Frazier signed with the Chicago Cubs, so he'll be back.
1 year deal.
1 year deal.
1.5.
I think it's a $1.6 million
Yeah,
deal.
something
Something cheap, but he gets to play baseball again, which is really good. Because
Vertigo.
that vertigo when he hit that wall, had that big injury. I think
Yeah.
it was really going to put him down. He's going to have vertigo for the next however many years, 20 years, or whatever. But
Hopefully he can still play.
I hope, like Chris said, he has got a lot of talent. So.
He started turning it on right before he went bad.
Yeah,
That's what
started playing good. His swing started looking a lot better for sure.
Yeah, and he was making insane plays.
But the problem is he will be the the face of the Chicago Cubs. That's the crazy part. Is they're gonna have to build a team around him.
Well, I mean, they're trying to build. I mean, I think their whole goal was to build around Contreras. That's why he was the only person who didn't move.
I don't know why you don't keep Baez though. Carlos Correa.
Don't know why you don't keep any of them. But
Right.
they didn't. So.
Did Carlos Correa sign with the Yankees? You know that? I'm pretty sure he did. If Carlos Correa signed with the Yankees and they get Freddie Freeman, that's going to be nasty. They're going to have trash can beater and a World Series true champ. Sorry, that was harsh.
Hey.
Anyway,
That one slipped out.
well,
It's an accident.
you guys want to talk about anything else? Are you good? Come see us at Lee Summit this weekend. The VFW. Be there. We're doing box breaks and a bunch of cool stuff out there.
Friday or Saturday only.
Saturday only, 10 to 5? 10 to 5, VFW Lee Summit. See us there. Anyway, I'll have kids packs available. I should be doing a box battle with Card Talk Pod, and I think we're going to have a lot of vintage there, right?
Yeah,
Lots of vintage.
Raw and graded.
We'll have raw and graded vintage there. We'll have some modern stuff, but come say hi, come get a business card. We won't have our shirts ready, so I guess we will not have stuff ready to move there, but make sure you guys check in on Monday for hopefully a little update video. I think what we're going to start doing. And I know, Chris, thank you for promoting the like and subscribe. Anyway, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. At 500 and 1,000 subscribers, we are giving out positions for a box break. Don't forget. It's great to see you guys. Great to talk on the podcast. We'll see you guys next time.